My fellow Tibetians, here we go again. And like I promised, let me see. Earlier, I was 12 minutes late, and now I'm 8 minutes late. But what is important now is that I'm here. Thank you for all those who are watching now. Since this is our fourth live stream broadcast from the Republic of South Africa. Another thing that I would like us to share is that every country has its own I'll start with problems, and every country also operates differently. But of course, at the end of the day, as long as what we are doing it's leading to the same purpose, and then that's a good thing. That is why we have the Billion Coin community around the globe. And now, earlier we discussed about the banks, questions that should be asked, or questions that were supposed to be asked by the banks, by us from the banks. Sorry, and we also went through a second question of the traditional networks, other online programs, right up to the HYIPs, trading programs, etc., etc. And then there were three questions asked just before we end our live stream sharing today. So now we are still continuing with March, and firstly, I will thank those who are listening and watching. Thanks, leader from Val, Veronica, in South Africa, and we also thank leader Achi from KZN province, South Africa, and thank you, TD from Val area in South Africa, and the rest of you who are watching. And also expect questions, but I won't be answering every question. It will depend, because some of the questions are the things that we know, things that are on the blog. So it's like I would say it's a policy for every member to visit that section, because I picked up during the course of the week, also last week, that most stakeholders, they don't just visit there. They're losing out, because it's like some people will be fast asleep when things take place. I won't say when, but we all know that things are going to take place. Now, today we are going to share about freedom and control. And every individual understands freedom differently. Also control. What is the type of freedom that we want exactly? Is it the political one or individual one or financial freedom? I don't know which one, since you haven't asked me, but I'm posing these questions to everyone so that we can share about them. Because you see, if we don't discuss things, we're gonna get trapped in many things. And since from day one, when I live streamed with you on my first live stream, I'm not sharing with you things that are from my own head, but somewhere I'll be doing the examples relating to certain things, also considering the life that is surrounding every humanity around the globe. And then at the end, the subject will be all about the billion coin. But we have to do some examples in order to make things not easier, but we have to make things simple for other people to understand. Because if someone does not understand, you will wonder that I'm a trusted seller. I have a send button, even if you're not a trusted seller, but I'm an early stakeholder. I have much abundance in my wallet. But to this day, I haven't managed to make one sale. What is the problem? And this thing, it's continuing like a disease. Can't you see that something is wrong? And the admin has advised in that situation what should be done. But some of us were living in our own world, you know. So let's get into freedom. We understand the freedom differently. Political freedom, at the end of the day, it will allow someone to come and dictate terms for you. And it goes as far as the manipulation of other humanity around the globe, irrespective of race and gender, you know. But at the end of the day, we are all humans, and we were born as free savages, not just ordinary savage, but reasoning savages. Okay, so that freedom, according to my understanding, we're not gonna bow down for it because we were born with it, and we demand anyone who is becoming an obstacle in our journey to abundance. We demand that person to step aside, and we are not actually asking permission from the system. We are ordering the system to step aside out of our way, because you know, if you are born with something, then you don't ask any permission from someone because that thing is yours. You demand it. So you just tell someone to step aside. And then it's like a rat race. So what you are trying to say here is that if we are all gunning for one goal, okay, it's gonna be a rat race, but our speed won't be the same. Okay, so there's more in the whole discussion. Look at the damage that the elite system has done around the world or to humanity. It's not a good thing. I'll also advise you to go to education and watch the video that explains about 1% is controlling 99% of the world's wealth. Then you'll get a broader scope of what we are discussing about, because that is very important. Remember that if we don't see these things, the next coming 3 generations will also be trapped. Is that what you want? No, I don't myself. I've actually signed an oath with myself that I don't want that. What I will love in a very short space of time is that when I move beyond this wall of trouble, which is scarcity, it will be nice for me to move with multitudes, you know. Sometimes I get tired going on holiday alone, you know what I mean. Sometimes when I enter the flight, I would love to see all of you in that flight. And if it comes to a push, that we have to book all the flights that day at the airport, let it be. So if you promise me that it will be done, yes, of course, it will be done. Now, in order for us to reach there, we have to be one. We have to do one thing together, though we are from the different lives backgrounds, you know. We have to restore our dignity as humans, because our dignity was taken away from every human being around the globe. So I said, we are not asking for it. We demand that because it belongs to us. When we were born with it. So to me, it is not political freedom, because politically, if I have to get that or obtain that freedom, I'm gonna have to vote for someone, eh? And ever since the world was born, no political party or whoever, no one has ever met the demands of the people. Instead of what we see from that time to date, it's wars, crises, famines, and all those kind of junk stuff. It's all about power, you know. So now here, we're talking about a different freedom. You know, politically, they love to say freedom of expression, freedom of movement. Oh my goodness. You may have a freedom expression, also freedom of movement. But if you are still trapped in a scarcity mind, what difference will it make? We are talking about financial freedom, not political freedom. Because as soon as everyone in this community is in control of his or her financial business, then that person is free. And I want to advise you today that please, Tibetians, don't let us down, I love you so much in such a way that I hardly see a bigger number of Tibetians who are walking tall. You must walk tall, please. With the last kernel that we have, the 0.0225 or 250,000 kernels, tell me of anyone who has ever provided that to our loving humanity around the globe. No one. That means something. Someone loves you out there. Someone that people are asking for him or her. That who is this person? We would love to meet you. We would love to see the person. You already know the person because the person has created wealth and abundance for every humanity. Every humanity. Every humanity. 1 billion members around the globe. They are going to eradicate poverty that day at once. About that, you know where to find me. Let's talk about it. Because these live streams are not for fun. No. These live streams are completely different. They are all educational. All educational. That is why we support one another at the end of the day. So, financial freedom. But there's something else also, not just a freedom. Yes, I may accept the financial freedom, but there's something else. I want control of my finances. Because if I have a freedom, but someone is still in control of my finances, then that is a problem. And in the Billion Coin, we were taught to take responsibility. When we say with other leaders have data, go to education, do this, do that. We are not disrespecting you, my fellow Tibetians. No. It's because we love you. We want everyone of you to be financial free, not independent, because the way I understand independence, someone is still in control. You know, some of the countries that were given independence, but they're still under control of someone. No, we're not talking about that. That some say politically, we are not there. We are talking about abundance here. Something that the world has never provided to every mankind. So, control. We must also be in control of our wealth, even vast wealth. Because I know with scales, we were not on the same level. We have millionaires currently. Yes, we have millionaires in TBC because if we go through their storage, which is the wallet, they have something there, but they're still waiting for another button. But you're a millionaire. We have billionaires. So we have all kinds in this community. So remember, this freedom, we are not asking for it. We were born with it. So control, everyone must take control of his own wealth and finances. So now, do you understand why we are encouraging everyone to go to the block and learn the system of the billion coin? Now, I hope it is clear. We are helping you. If we didn't love you, we wouldn't have taken this time of having workshops, orientations, presentations, all those kind of things. So please, let us work together, my fellow loving TBSHANs around the globe. And I'm looking at my time, my 30 minutes is due, but I still have another moment to open for questions. I'm still here. It's question times. And I also thank all leaders. I've been wondering that leader, where is this leader? Sidi. Oh, she's here. I really miss Sidi so much in these live streams, but I'm glad. Hi, Sidi. I'm glad to see you. Archibald, Veronica, she's been here with us. Let me see. Yes, thanks, leader Girileng from South Africa. Fortunes are made by getting educated. I hope we get that right. Fortunes are made by getting educated. Right. I fully support this leader. That is true. And I see Mano. Actually, let me see. Let me try to spell it. Manof. Oh my God. Something word of life. You welcome. I'll call you M. Okay, Mano. I'll call you M. I don't know, because others, I can identify that they're from South Africa. Can M. Mano tell us where is he or she? That will be nice. But you're welcome to this group chat. Yes, of course. All these leaders that you see in this chat, sometimes I won't be answering questions or sharing much. They will be educating a lot of people, and I can't explain much about that part, but I know they will be doing much of the work because we've been together for quite some time, and they've played a very important role, believe you me, in the Republic of South Africa, though we were limited in a number. And whatever is taking place around my country, they're forever there. So they've done quite a lot. So I really congratulate them. And though they're from different provinces. someone, I'm not getting familiar with this name, but I think I know the name Soft. Wow. And I know why this leader has changed this name. But anyway, welcome, Soft, from one of the provinces in South Africa. It's called Free State. Yeah. We had quite a lot of work there, but not boring. I really enjoyed. I still do enjoy all the activities around Free State. We are looking forward to expanding that territory. So now, ladies and gentlemen, all my fellow Tibetians around the globe, you are welcome. No, I know, Leader K. I was just pulling someone's leg. I know, my eyes, they are not big for nothing. Sometimes I love to make them small. So, right, it's question time. I'm looking for questions. I don't see any questions here. If you don't ask questions, I'm going to ask you. Let me give you a couple of seconds. Okay, I don't see the questions. When you are in this or in these chats, whether this one or someone's, because when you log in, you will see, oh, Randy live. Oh, but you have to go through your Gmail, not Yahoo, only Gmail. Then you will go to, you know how to go to YouTube. And then from there, it will show you videos of people that you know, then basically about TBC. As soon as you opt for one, then it will take you to another page. Then you can pause that video and look on your right-hand side. You will see, oh, who is live? If it's someone you know, you just go for it. It's fine. They must see that we are unified. Whoever it's live, yeah, you just click on that box live now. Then it will take you to live stream of that particular person. Then if you want, you can just greet them and say greetings from South Africa. They'll automatically see your name. Then you share. That's what we normally do. Okay. Yes, financial freedom. And this freedom we are talking about, every member in the Billion Coin, we received it from day one when we joined, or when we joined TPC. That was the beginning of it. So what is happening now, it's an advancement of the whole thing. I feel bad when some of us are not reading, because in order for one to obtain a certain degree or achievements from learning institution, you have to go through some syllabus, and when there'll be some first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, like that, tests in order to see that you are ready for your final exam, things like that. So those articles in the education blog, like today, I saw some, and yesterday, they are coming in tons this time. So they are in the blog for everyone. And other people, what they normally do, they just switch off to their native language, not to stress themselves and say, oh, let me use my own native language. But believe you me, the native language or your Venek it's quite more challenging than English because muscles and veins were not used to uh, stressing out some words there, But with English, you can flow easily. So I know that sometimes when I use my native language, then I do get some challenges, but it's nice. So I don't see questions. Oh, I don't see. Oh, okay, Leader Archie. Control. I've already explained that. The I've defined that. How do I understand it myself? Maybe some of the leaders can come in, then I can just summarize it. But let me allow other leaders to share something with us. Control. How do we understand that? Let's hear from uh, the chat. You can just type, yeah. Leader Archie is asking about control. He will like us, or he's requesting me to elaborate that. But I am saying I did explain my understanding on that. And I've explained why, but I don't mind to summarize it now after my explanation. Also, I would love some of you in the chat to take part in this. Let's get into it. Because I see our moderator, he's doing most of the work, which is good, but please become part of this. It's also helping us a lot, yeah. I did ask M, who is M, from where? It will be nice so that we can have a more understanding. Okay, it's nice to have people from other places. Mamo, F, my word for life, yes. I'm still here. Okay, since no one is prepared or willing to help on the question that was asked by Archibald. Okay. Kirillian has answered that to have power, to be in charge. She's actually answering Archie about that question of control. I don't know, Archie, are you answered on that? Okay. Thanks, Kirillian. If I remember again, you may have a financial freedom, but that freedom without a control of yourself, not someone, that freedom, it's doomed. You will still be controlled by someone. That's what I was trying to say. Let me add something on that as well. I know that most of you are possessing credit cards from the bank. And some of you are still paying the bond. Some of you are still paying a car loan or not car loan, yeah. Now, do you think you are free by owing those things? No, you are not. Because your life depends on the people that you have debt with. If you have a credit card, you are still controlled by someone because you won't sleep. Sometimes you'll even go astray, do wrong things in life in order for you to clear your name. Let's come to a property that you are living in. You still owe it. You're still paying the bond. Do you think that property is still yours while you're still paying the bond? No, someone is still in control, and that person can decide anytime to kick you out if you are not following what you have agreed upon in your dealings with that particular institution, which is the bank. And then they'll sell it to someone. They don't care whatever happens to you. So someone is still in control I won't say it's your property, but for that property that you are living in. Now let's come to the motor vehicle. You are still paying the installment for that car, maybe for 4 years, if you are late, 5 years. And the amount that you're paying, if you bought it for $40,000, of course, when you finish that car, you would have paid double the amount. So that car, it's not yours because someone can decide. So you are not in control. Someone it's in control. I hope we understand each other on that one. So that's how I understand control, because the control that you're talking about, it's based on the current crisis that the humanity is facing around the globe, and the solution, which is moving out from that scarcity mind and be on your own. Then that is freedom. Yes, Archie, they can even freeze your account without getting a permission from anyone or somebody. They do whatever they like because they are in control. But my fellow Tibetians can be also in control if they want to, but only few of us are in control as we speak now. You saw more testimonial videos December last year. What happened? So that proves that we can be beyond that. And I'm gonna give order now. Sometimes I would love to do that. My fellow Tibetians, know this. According to the calculations that we did from last year, first year anniversary, from 94,000 to 3 million, we have multiplied 30 times. And from here, according to the speculations, I'll put it that way, speculations, because it's not exact. The speculation is that we will be over 85 million in our third year anniversary. So myself, as one of your fellow one, I'm saying myself and all of you by this time next year or in our third anniversary. And if we apply the way I see the whole thing happening, we are going to multiply more than 30 times, 90 or over 120 times by this time next year with you. You also want to know about that, you know where to find me. With you, we are going to do that. That is an order from me to you, my fellow Tibetians, because I love you all. And I know that you will do that. I won't say you can, you will do that, definitely. You know why? We have a store of free kringles waiting for us to go and distribute to our fellow communities around the globe. We are not restricted to go wherever. No. We go anywhere. So it's going to happen with our effort, meaning myself and all of you. Yes, it's going to happen. Merchants, they are already there. They are watching us to see how we conduct ourselves. Of course, we are not going to convince them, but we are going to provide them with what it's supposed to be. So, thanks for all your contributions and those who have answered some of the questions. I don't know, are there still some more questions before we call it a day? I saw Randy, he took over 2 hours today. So I was there because I was still preparing myself for this live chat. So we were still less, yeah. Sometimes it's 2 hours, sometimes less, over an hour, 48 minutes, it depends, yeah. Okay, are there any questions? All right. We will be having another live stream tomorrow, 12:30 during the day in South Africa, but in the Pacific, it will be 3:30 a.m. PST, okay? And then we will have another one again. It's going to be regularly. I'll have 2. But I'm not happy to live stream alone. Remember what I said about myself going to a holiday alone. You are really making me unhappy, my fellow Tibetians. When I go on a holiday next time, I would love to see all of you. We must invade the booking at the airport. Do you promise me that? I'll hear from you. Now, yeah, we have another live stream, so we can touch base. And in South Africa, we'll be having another celebration tomorrow. I understand in the Philippines, they're having it on the 26th. It will also be a holiday because countries differ. In South Africa on the 21st, it was a holiday, but we only had a limited number of Tibetians to celebrate with us, but that was a good thing. And we also have the video showing the slides about that day on YouTube. And we will be having another celebration next week and week after till the 7th. Yeah, because we differ um, with operation from other provinces, but at the end of the day, we are still going on with our celebration because we have to. We deserve this. We have done something in order to obtain this celebration. It was because of your efforts, whether things were tough, and I really congratulate everyone to around the globe to work with us so that this day can be remembered. So thanks, Veronica. You said you promise you're gonna see that, and thank you again. So in about 6 minutes, then we'll be going off from the live. Is there anything maybe you are leaving behind? Okay, it looks like we don't have much. Okay. Okay. Iriling, Soft, Archibald, TD, Veronica, thanks again for being with us. I'm looking forward to see you in our next coming live stream. It's gonna be every day, but we have a lot. I know the question now is, how is one going to cope every day? You know, the library of TBC, it's actually full of abundance material starting from 2016. So the answer is obvious. How am I going to cope? Because without me feeding myself with this food of abundance in TBC, I'll get very sick. I can't even sleep without munching something from the education block. Okay, so if we are not taking any initiative now, oh, it's gonna be too bad. I encourage everyone to follow that path. That is the only way. And then the rest will follow. This system is so precious, and I haven't seen anything like this ever since I became a networker. So many things happen to this day, but of course, there will always be last man standing. So the decision is yours. And my fellow TBCians, thanks again. I'm looking forward to see you tomorrow, day after tomorrow. I hope to see you ongoing. And thank you again. And bye. It was nice being with you. From the TBC president in South Africa, I will chat with you soon. Bye.